Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today, as you can see, we're jumping down the rabbit hole, quite literally, with the White Rabbit from Marvel Legends. This is part of the Demogoblin wave, and it looks fantastic. If you're a fan of Alice in Wonderland, then, this is definitely going to be right up your street. It's an awesome Spider-Man villain. I have seen her before, as I do collect Marvel graphic novels, but I haven't had any kind of, extensive knowledge of the character, so reading up on her, it's actually quite an interesting character. And flipping it round to the back here, you can see the rest of the Demogoblin wave. I have already reviewed the Superior Octopus. And I think next up, I'm going to be taking a look at one of the awesome Spider-Man Gameverse suits right there. So, let's get this thing opened up and take a closer look. And here's White Rabbit out of the packaging. It honestly looks amazing. It's actually probably my favourite figure out of the wave just based on looks. It really seriously does have a massive Alice in Wonderland feel about it. It's a fantastic looking figure. Articulation is obviously going to suffer somewhat based on the long hair, wearing a cloak and things like that. But in general, it really does look great, and when you compare this to the comic versions, it delivers, honestly, in all aspects. It's really great. So before we take a look at the figure itself, let's take a look at the accessory that we get. We have this nice pink umbrella that doubles as a gun. We do have the flash effect on the end as well, which can be removed to reveal a nice gun barrel. And for all you budding customizers out there, just repaint this thing in black, and you can give it to Penguin, so that's nice, 2-in-1. She doesn't come with any other heads or hands or anything like that. And not that she needs it. She can hold that umbrella in 2 hands, which is nice. Both of them are gripping hands. And this head, it looks honestly amazing. The makeup on the head and the eyes and everything is done really well. The actual head itself is molded in white, so there's no problem with any white paint right there. The ears are really unique, and they are molded with this kind of fluffy effect to them, this textured look. So that is really cool. The hair as well. I really like the paintwork on the hair. You got bits of red, which honestly looks kind of like blood splatters, but it's that kind of dirty blonde look. It looks awesome. The little bow tie here is a separate piece. You can take it off if you really want to. The cloak here is thin enough that it moves out of the way, doesn't really limit too much articulation. But it does look nice. It doesn't have any kind of a wash to it, but it is very detailed in its sculpt. Has a lot of molded in detail there, so that looks really great. Again, obviously, White Rabbit. You can't have an Alice in Wonderland style White Rabbit kind of character without the watch, the stopwatch right there. That's great. And then coming down to the feet, we have these nice white boots too, which look fantastic. Again, sculpted really nicely. So, articulation, something with that much hair obviously isn't going to be able to do too much. And then it's got the bow tie in there as well. So because of the bow tie, it can't look all the way down, but I think that's fair enough. And then going up, obviously the hair is in the way. Looking left and right, the hair is far back enough that it does clear the shoulders so it can turn no problem. And it has a good side-to-side pivot there as well. Just kind of move that bow tie around as you're moving the figure, because it will get stuck between the head and the collar of the jacket. So the shoulders, they move all the way out to the side, and a full rotation. Only a single jointed elbow hinge there, which does kind of suck. But like I say, you can hold the umbrella in 2 hands, so it's okay. Rotation and a hinge there at the wrists. We do have a diaphragm movement, so it's a bit tight moving left and right, but it does go. Doesn't crunch forward much, but it does move backwards, so it's limited. But I mean, with a big cloak on there like this, you're not going to get too much movement anyway, so honestly, it's perfectly fine for what we've got. The legs move up nicely, back a little bit too, and out to the side quite well. And then we've got the rotation at the upper part of the thigh, double jointed knees, you've got a rotation at that boot cut, and the feet do move up and down and have ankle pivot, and surprisingly move quite a lot considering the size of those boots. Overall, this figure looks absolutely incredible. Articulation is something still to be desired, like it is on many female figures, so that's nothing new from Legends. Do you need this thing to build the Build-A-Figure? Well, it comes with the glider for the Demogoblin and an awesome stand, I may say, which you'll obviously take a look at when I review the Build-A-Figure. And by the way, the stand, I think, is a similar stand to what we get for the Black Series Speeder Bike Scouts, so that's pretty sweet. This thing obviously is not absolutely integral to building the actual figure itself, but what's a goblin without its glider? So it's still pretty damn necessary. So you don't 100% need it, but you know, if you want your goblin with a glider, yes, you still need to get this figure. But this figure, even though it's one of those D or E-list characters, it's an awesome one. You're getting some newly sculpted parts here with the boots and the head and that torso there with the watch. With the awesome umbrella accessory too, and the nice flash piece there on the end. You know, a lot of these kind of, like I say, D and E-list characters have really, you know, blank body molds and they just repaints and stuff, and there's no real enticing thing to get them besides the Build-A-Figure pieces. But right here, you know, with all these newly molded parts, I think it's definitely a great thing. And it's just awesome. If you like Alice in Wonderland, it's basically Alice has fused with the White Rabbit. I honestly really do like the idea of the character and the look of this figure, and definitely highly recommend it. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more from me, there's some videos on the screen right now, and links to my social media in the description below. For more Marvel Legends, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you next time.